are you going to risk yourself getting some salmonella and all that kind of bacteria which might be inside that egg? Yo, what's up guys, it's Rosebud and welcome to my channel. I hope you're fine, I hope you're great, and I hope this video finds you well. It's early in the morning on a Wednesday and I've just formed my porridge. I started making myself such porridge glasses so that I may save time in the morning, because I'm making videos every day. I don't know if you really know how much time it takes and how much effort, but making videos every day is not a joke. Especially that I'm still working 8 hours a day from home, but still working, and I still have a family and all that going on. So yeah, I came up with this, these are just old glasses from either marmalade or honey, and I just wash them, and now I used to put my porridge. When I make porridge, I make a little bit more, then I divide into such glasses, put them in the fridge, and every morning I just grab one, throw in the microwave, and then I can have my breakfast. Great, right? So yeah, today I want to talk about food. Maybe that's why I came with my breakfast to the video, but I want to look at 5 different foods that we have in Kenya and we have in Germany that we make differently. Okay, and without further ado, let's get straight to it. And the first thing will be porridge. Porridge. So in Kenya, we make our porridge from flour. Okay, so for the Germans who don't know what porridge is, it's like brie. Okay, I would say just half a brie, and usually you just take half and make it with water and a little milk and make the brie out of it. In Kenya, we have flour. You can buy it, you can take it to the grinding mill, you can take it whichever way. At home we make it ourselves, so we have our millet, we have our wheat, we have all kinds of cereal, and we wash, we dry, and then we take it to the windmill, then bring our flour, and that's what we use for making porridge. You can get any kind of porridge flour in the supermarket. There are even some which are already pre-fermented for you, because that's also a very common way of Kenyans making their porridge. So it's not just made of flour, most of it is usually fermented, that it has that kind of fermented taste. It tastes so good, and usually we also add some milk and some sugar in the porridge, and then voila, every person's dream breakfast. It's healthy and it's delicious. So yeah, porridge. The second thing that we in Kenya have and Germans have, but we make it completely different, would be the eggs, especially the boiled and the fried egg. I mean the Spiegelei. So in Germany, it is like every man's common sense that an egg needs just to cook for 7 minutes. I don't know how they learn this. I don't know if they learn in school, but everyone knows an egg cooks for 7 minutes. If it's a cooked egg, you just put it for 7 minutes and no second longer, because when you open that boiled egg, it's always expected that the yellow yolk is a little bit fluidy, that it's a little bit shaky, that it's not completely dry and thirsty. That's what they say. The really cooked yolk is very dusty. Yeah. And for the Spiegelei, that is like the fried egg, it's just made from one side. So you just put an egg on the pan, and the yellow thing is just supposed to stay there Yeah, a little fluidy, shaking a little bit, and that's like the perfect egg. Kenyans, on the other side, we like our eggs well done. If it's the boiled egg, it's gonna boil for more than 10 minutes, so that when we open, there is nothing uncooked in there. And if you find an egg which is not completely cooked, you throw that away, or you cook it in another way. You cannot just eat an egg which is not cooked. Are you going to risk yourself getting some salmonella and all that kind of bacteria which might be inside that egg? No. So we have our boiled eggs completely cooked more than 10 minutes, and our fried eggs, we just don't fry them from the bottom and serve. You fry them from the bottom, you flip them over, fry from the other side till that yolk is nice, tight and crisp. It's just nice, delicious. So yeah, that's how we can make our egg, because we believe a cooked egg does not carry any bacteria, any disease. It's just delicious and ready to eat. All right. The third thing that we Kenyans and Germans make differently will be meat. Okay? Whereas it's all known, I think, to both countries that poultry and pork have to be completely cooked, like well done. There is a little bit of a difference when we look at how Germans make their beef and how Kenyans make their beef. And you'll find, I mean, if you go to sophisticated restaurants in Kenya, you will be able to have your steak medium and raw. But seriously, no Kenyan will go to a restaurant and ask for a raw steak. Why? Why? So when we Kenyans make our meat, it's supposed to be like well done. There isn't supposed to be any reddish fluid coming out of that thing. Even sometimes when I say well done and they bring and I cut and it's a little bit pink, I'm like, what? Because it's just in our bones, engraved in our bones, that every raw meat can cause disease. Every raw meat will not be good for your health. It carries some kind of parasite, some kind of microorganism. No, we don't eat raw meat, and this is something that we really make different, because many Germans don't like a well done steak. They just like it when it's either medium or completely English. Completely English. Yeah, that's how they call it. English or well done. Yeah, medium or English. Those are the Germans. Yeah. The fourth thing that we completely do differently from the Germans will be coffee. I mean, we are also major producers of coffee, for those who don't know. And the problem is, we Kenyans don't really drink that much coffee. I guess there are so many Kenyans who've never even drunk coffee, ever. Ever. But for those who drink coffee, it's usually in a very mild way. And usually it's just a little bit of coffee made in water, right? So you take a, so if it's a mother making coffee for her children, so she'll just put a pot of water, add some little bit coffee inside, add a little bit sugar and a little bit milk, let it cook, and then filter it and then serve. That's how we drink coffee. And this is how we drink our coffee. Sweet, creamy, and with a little bit coffee. If I make that coffee that I drink in Kenya here for a German, they will call it dirty water. Because for a German, coffee is not coffee unless it has in one cup, I think, more than 4 spoons. It's like crazy. So their coffee is really thick and very strong. And if you serve coffee which is not strong to a German, they'll think you are insulting them. What the hell are you serving me? Why? Why should I drink this kind of dirty water? So yeah, crazy. So they usually have their machines, and it's usually set to the beans level. You can set how many beans you want to have, and for most Germans it will be a minimum of 4 beans out of 5, and I drink 1, even less than 1. That's how we drink in Kenya. So that's the comparison on the strength of coffee. And most Germans also have these I think it's a push-in coffee maker, where you have water and then you put coffee. So you have coffee and then you add water and then you push it down. So most of the coffee up is not having any of those pieces of coffee. And they make like this much coffee powder inside. You are like, what? A Kenyan would use this one for a year. It's crazy. Yeah, so completely different. And this is also quite similar to my 5th point, which is tea. Yeah. So if I say tea to any Kenyan, they will just understand the normal black coffee. But we don't specify black coffee, because tea is almost the only known tea we have in Kenya. For the other herbs and greens, these are actually just infusions. They don't count as tea. No. So if you are cooking tea in Kenya, you will do the same like with the coffee. Have a big or a pot of water, let it cook, add your coffee, black coffee. This time we use a little bit more than we use the coffee, so we had some black coffee. And usually our coffee is more, yeah, it's like a free leaves. It's not packed in these tea bags. So you have in the coffee, some people even take the tea bags and put in the water, okay, without removing the bottle, the bag. So yeah, you let it cook, and then the water will just take the tea aroma, and then it will get the dark brown tea coloring, and it will start almost boiling. Then you add sugar, and then you add a lot of milk. Then it will be like this creamy mocha color. It's like yeah, it's nice. It's like a milk. It's like a, yeah, light brown color, and it's yeah, creamy and very with a very strong black tea taste. And this you filter again, put in a thermos flask, voila, you serve your family. When it comes to Germany, most people who drink tea, they don't go for black tea. They go for the other infusions, whether it's fruit infusions or green infusions, and also very many drink herbal infusions like chamomile and peppermint and all that kind. And if you find someone who is drinking a black tea, they will just put water in a cup, put in their tea bag. That's all. Yeah, and like after 5 minutes you remove the tea bag and you drink your tea like that. No sugar, no milk, nothing. It's just like turungi. That's what we call it in Kenya, turungi. No one wants to drink turungi tea. No. No. So yeah, those are the 5 different foods that sorry. Those are the 5 different foods that we cook differently in Kenya and in Germany. But there is no right or wrong way of cooking something. It's just your preference, the way you like it, the way you make it. End of story. But it's just interesting to see the differences. It's just nice to inform yourself that the way you do it's not the only way it's done. There are many other ways to be done in the world. So please, if you are somewhere else in the world, how do you make these kinds of foods in your places? Let me know in the comments below. And if there is a food difference that I left between Kenya and Germany, please let me know in the comments below too. And if you've not subscribed, come on, I'm waiting. Thank you. And if you like the video, don't forget to give me that thumbs up. And if you wanna see more of these videos, don't forget to tune in tomorrow. I post every day. Until then, ciao.